Hello everybody, today I am going to be telling you how in a good game I can get up to 15 kills per match. It's pretty straightforward and I hope that you can learn something from this video. Now the first thing that I do when I get into a match is I start climbing, because climbing really helps. They say speed is life and altitude is insurance. Second thing I do is I look at the tabs list and try to see anyone in the premium plane on the enemy team. Now, when you're in your dive, you want to try to select your target. Now, go for the person who's coming up second, because the guy who's first is going to get attacked by everybody else. Try not to head-on. Head-oning is very, very bad. And try to shoot from the side when they're pulling up to try and turn into you. That's when you should shoot. I find that I kill a lot more. You should also know what planes you're attacking. I can see that this is an SP2C, and this plane does not have good frontal guns, so I can head on with it. As you can see, it's very hard to damage a plane from the rear, but very easy to hit them from the top. This is because the tail takes most of the shells. If you've got air-to-ground ordnance, you should drop it every once in a while when you're near targets. It just gets a bit of extra points. Don't forget to put combat flaps down like I did. If your plane has combat flaps, they can really help with turning. If your plane has landing flaps, then use them every once in a while. Now here, I heard that my rockets had reloaded, and I saw that he was close to the ground. So this happened. Yeah, that was my best kill of ever. I'm trying to go for this lag here. Another example of how it's very hard to hit from behind. Now we crashed here, so I'm going to shoot at these ground targets instead because they're right in front of me and it's just free money. It's like leaving a dollar bill on the sidewalk. And as you can see, I'm going for the SP2C again. Probably a mistake here instead of turning to the fighters that are on my tail, as you can see. Now, you've got to know your plane. For example, take this A6M2. This A6M2 has a very fast turn time and few guns. It also has no armor. And it has a radial engine, which is very bad for head-ons as it can get set on fire easier. This means that this plane is good as a turn fighter, but you should avoid head-ons. Or this FW190. It has a high amount of guns with a slow turn time. It's got frontal armor, which is good in head-ons, but a radial engine that is bad in head-ons. So, you should head on sometimes, and it's a boom and zoom fighter. I'm not going to explain what that is. Look it up if you don't know. You should also know your weapons loadout. Here I'm using air target's belt because it has more air target explosive belts. As you can see, this universal belt, it has a cement core bullet. Now this is very bad against aircraft, but it's good against ground targets. So if you're an attacker, you should probably use this. But I use air targets because I'm a fighter. For machine guns, you should use either universal or stealth almost all the time. Never use tracer ammo. It's terrible. You can use stealth in this because it's arcade mode and you have an aim lead indicator, so you don't need to see tracers. But I'm using universal because for some reason I didn't do that much damage. Subscribe or you will be up-tiered.